Apparently they redid the StreamYard again. Price has gone way up. Last time I actually paid for it and stuff, boom, everybody quit wanting to come on and go live and stuff. Got it set where I could do all the cool stuff, and then nobody would accept invites anymore. So, not throwing away another $200. I've got one person. I don't know. It's not. Ain't got no comments showing up. It's just a random live because I looked at the news and I was like, oh no. But not really anything really new, but you can only poke them so hard. And I think Israel may be still standing firmly on we've had enough. It'd be really easy for things to escalate right now. And I'm to the point where I really wish Israel would just glass that place. Not yet, Foco. Long time no see. But yeah, I think they really ought to shave some more time off of that doomsday clock. I know that. If one of those heaven forbid, two of those had actually gotten through and killed any Israeli children, it would have been home. And you know what? None of the news and stuff. Hey, Carol, Anna. None of the news is saying anything about the people that were killed on October 7th last year. You know, when Hamas come across the border and started killing and raping innocent civilians. They weren't all Jewish. Matter of fact, several of the ones that were killed at the music festival weren't Jewish. They were Muslim. So it's you don't have to be Jewish to be a citizen of Israel. Do you know that? Yeah, they sent some airplanes over Jordan too. They launched enough that we had to step. I don't know that we had to, but the fact that we did step up and help makes you wonder just exactly how many they launched. I'm glad we didn't let any through while we were on watch. I mean, that would have been bad. But that particular bunch that's over there in Iran, I mean, enough's enough. Yeah, have y'all seen the Instagram and Facebook stuff of the people threatening to assault people if they don't quit filling their gas cans up at the gas pump? Where else you gonna get fuel for your generator? I mean, we have a place here where you can buy equipment fuel, but not everybody has one of those. And I'm just saying that y'all need to pay attention to what's going on there because everybody's worried about who Diddy was diddling or whatever. Um, the culture is everything that was going on was inside the culture of his music. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Everybody don't just back off. I mean, if you want to be in that and you want to hang with that, then you can't blame anybody else for what went on while you were playing in there. You know, if you go in a sandbox full of scorpions and snakes and spiders and ticks and you're gonna have to expect to get bit, stung, or something. You know, chances are the cat was shitting in there too. Just saying. But that's not where I was going with that. The sitting president is under investigation for the same crap they tried to hang Donald Trump for. And all of a sudden, they indict P. Diddy. And that's all anybody's talking about. I have not seen anything on CNN about the fact that the sitting president, not the ex-president, the sitting president is facing the same charges that he tried to weaponize against Trump. And you won't hear anything about it until after the election's over with. Because this stuff all happened while who was the vice president? And everybody says Pence didn't sell the country out or sell out Trump or anything like that. He didn't get in trouble this entire time. I mean, he was in on everything Trump was doing here, there, everywhere else, but he never got in trouble. It was weird. And that's exactly it, Carol. They're, hey, man. Uh, yeah, Carol. It's BS. I mean, and that's not the only thing. It can't just be. Let's put it like this: how many people realize that Bill and Hillary were facing several years in the penitentiary while he was in office? They There was no way of getting out of it. They were freaking guilty. All the evidence was out there. Okay. Then all of a sudden, some on her way out, fixing to retire secretary knocks out the president over some little upstart intern and a sexual liaison they may and may not have had. I don't for 1 second believe that Bill Clinton ever touched that young lady. He never lied, not one time when he was up there saying, we never had sex, because they didn't. It was all a publicity thing to get and that's all they talked about until the trial was over with. And guess what? Everybody else associated with that deal went to prison or got probation or lost their rights to do this or that, or everybody got something except Bill and Hillary. The only evidence was a blue dress that she kept wadded up. Um, and is that what they're doing, Anna? Are they just throwing so much stuff out here that we just can't keep track of it? I mean, I am scared to death that what are we supposed to call? We're not supposed to call them. Um, we can't use the R word. Can we use special? Are we still use that a lot? I mean, someone as special as Kamala. I mean, she wears slip-ons everywhere she goes. You'll never see her in laced-up shoes. She's always got blouses with no buttons. Okay, there's things she just can't do by herself. She's never done anything politically. She went from nobody to the vice president. Um, Barry had never voted on a damn thing the entire time he was a senator before he got the White House. This lady stands a really good chance of getting it. And I mean, the I'm not a Trumper. Okay, I'm not. I'm a firm believer in electing the least of two evils, or lesser of two evils, which that's Trump this time. I don't think it's going to do any good. I'm to the point now where I just really don't think there's any saving. There's no pulling it out, man. Um, and that's why they uh, they won't do it. And the thing is, if Trump doesn't win, the rioting should be just as bad. Um, all of us, I mean, how long do you think they could actually go if everybody that actually worked for a living just didn't? I don't know. I'm just. Why are you asking me? When was it, Guns? You tell me. Uh, evil is, and I hate to to say it. I mean, it's true. Evil really is subjective. Okay, what one person thinks is evil, another person doesn't. Um, a small child or a child being born with a terminal illness, there are people that believe that's evil. That is evil, and it should never. It's not evil. It sucks. It's balls to the wall horrible. Nobody should have to go through that. People have been going through that since the dawn of time. Uh, I've had dogs that have had litters, and they'll have one or two pups that just didn't become puppies. It's just something that happens. Uh, Sadie's had two litters, and she hasn't had a viable pup out of any of them. It's um, there are people that think that the death penalty is evil, but if you've got a guy who is hacking up young people and eating them or feeding them to the rest of the town and barbecue, and why should he get to live out the rest of his life getting free food and internet or whatever? I mean, I believe he has it coming. I don't think it would be evil to kill him. I think what he did or she did, it did, was evil. Um, there are people out there that thinking not baking a cake for a couple because it goes against their religious beliefs is evil. And there are people that believe that the reason they wouldn't bake the cake is evil. Evil is subjective. So there's always going to be evil out there. But I know that politically, economically, socially, the policies of the liberal left and their willing helpers, the 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 Democratic Party, they're going to destroy this country. We will be we're going to be so broke. And, the people that are like, oh man, I'm finally making 40, 45, 55, 65, $100 an hour. Guess what? You're going to be right back to wishing you was in the 80s and you were the guy making 10. Because you were fixing to be so upside down on everything. Your, you know, your dollar buying 2 apples, your dollar it's going to take you 10, $15 to buy an apple when they get through with it. And it's a controlled thing. Okay, we couldn't afford to buy gas for the past 3 years, 2.5. And here's coming up on the election, and all of a sudden gas is getting down. It's still not down where it needs to be, but it's down around $2.50 a gallon in some places. It don't make any sense. Yeah, when you actually look into the original Patriots and stuff, the American Patriots back in the Revolution, they were only calling each other Patriots. They weren't considered patriots to the other folks. You're welcome, Turning Guns. But see, and now that you've brought up that book, that means that you must be evil and you hate people just because they have different or make different life choices than you. That's what voting Democrat, even on the local level, that's where it's gotten us. Democracies are always mobocracies. It's not the most people. It's whoever yells the loudest, whoever can stir up the most people to want a certain thing or say they want a certain thing. Even if 99 people let's say there's 1,000 people in a room, 900 of them don't want something to happen, but the other 100 scream and yell for it to happen. The people that are quiet, the 900 that remained quiet and didn't want to be, politically incorrect or didn't want to risk losing their job or whatever the reason is for standing down, they're not going to get. It's going to be the loud ones, and that's democracy. That's exactly how democracies work. That's why democracies have never worked. There has not been a successful democracy in the history of mankind. There have been some republics that have lasted a really long time, but there has never been a successful democracy. Never. We're not supposed to be. We are a republic. We have a form of democratic election, and our elected representatives are supposed to operate in a democratic form. They're supposed to vote, but it's been mutated and ruined, and people have figured ways to play it and to where morals and service to the country were supposed to govern the behavior of the elected officials. We started losing that just prior to, actually, there were calls for revolution as early as the 1820s. Because the country was going astray. It was moving too close, too far towards the side of democracy, and that they believed that the republic was in danger and it needed a reset. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. It wasn't the republic that it wasn't republic, the governing principles of the republic that caused the Civil War. Here, I'm going to lose all my friends from the South right now, but it was the belief by we do what we want no matter what the rules say, Democrats in the South, the caused the Civil War. Lost, and the only people that lost anything were the poor people in the South. Most of the rich people got all their stuff back. Most. Hey, Christy. You sure do change a lot of fuel festers. But we're actually a constitutional republic. They're not supposed to even try. The act of trying to pass a law that goes against the Constitution should be considered treason. The end. None of the people that we count as heroes in most of our history, the great American heroes and stuff, they're not. They were people that were steadily chiseling away at our republic. Let me put it like this: there are very few Republicans that are, there are very few union cardholders that are Republican, because libertarian, yes, Republican. I'm actually more of a libertarian. I'm somewhere stuck between libertarian and Republican. The modern Republican Party, I can't align with. I mean, I've got more in common with the modern Republicans, but than I do with the Democrats, because I believe that we need a social welfare system. I really do. I believe that food stamps are a good plan. I believe that housing assistance is important and it's a good thing. I believe that assistance with utilities is a good thing. I do not believe, matter of fact, I firmly disbelieve that it should be set up to where somebody can get on it and make a literal career out of the assistance. Assisted living, government assistance, food stamps, housing, stuff like that, should be horribly uncomfortable. I'm talking, you can eat beans and rice. You're not going to starve to death. You're not going to have central heat and air, kind of thing. It shouldn't be. And I know people that their children have graduated high school, and their parents, plural, have never hit a lick. Well, the dads did, but they didn't. They didn't live there. So the mom could keep getting the whatever and the whatever and whatever. You got your little disability or your little whatever coming in. So your rent's $200 a month. You're getting oh my God, here's an example. You are getting a four bedroom, 2.5 bath house. And I'm not talking a whole wore out one. I'm talking one built in 2007. Okay, you get to live here, and your giant whopping rent that you have to pay out of pocket is $24 a month. Now, the way the law is written, now your income can change, and you can continue to pay your $24 or $25 a month. I think they finally fixed that. But the people that are renting it don't care because they get the rest of their rent from the government. That's why. I mean, I know that there are people out there that need assistance. My daughter needs help. But here's the thing. The way the system is set up right now, once you get a little help and then you try to get off of this stuff, they slam you, boom, instantly. They slam you with a reduction in your benefits. They don't give you a month, 2 months, 6 months to get on your feet, after spending the past year starving to death. It's instant. So you actually, and this is the people that are on the welfare all the time that make it a career. I could tell you another example. $30,000 a year, part-time job, but they were going to raise her rent $200 a month. She quit the job. She would rather work at a convenience store 32 hours a week for $7.25 an hour. Than just pay $200 more a month in rent. The system's broken. We need to fix it. But and it's not just broken that it's there and people are using it. It's broken in that the people that get on it can't use it as a crutch to get out of it. You're either in it or you're not. You either go into it and you use it and this is how you make your living, or you don't. And that's bullshit. And hey, Kriti, I don't like click like and stuff because that just seems like weird to me on Facebook and stuff. I ghost you a lot on there. Just for the record. Yeah, it said something. Okay, there's a guy local. He's 100% disabled from through whatever. It has nothing to do with his service. Oh, but he was able to get 100% disability. And you get the VA to give him 100% disability. So he gets all the that. And which is fine. But he works 10, 12, 14-hour days. He's not disabled. Okay? He's not even a little bit. Um, and he owns a company that I need to be careful. It's worth a lot, and it makes a butt ton of money. But he's still doing all the whatever. He doesn't pay any property taxes, stuff like that. Well, he wasn't because he was trying to loophole everything through or whatever. But there's. Oops. Anyhow, just because you think it's a loophole, don't mean it's really there. Put it that way. $65K a year would be tight if you had 5 people in the house, but that's way doable. I mean, you ain't got to live in no hovel or anything. You wouldn't. I mean, not judging you or anything, Savage. I'm just saying. I mean, it's 65 a year. I mean, you shouldn't really need anything. But I don't know what the cost of living is up there either. But you're a lot closer to Democratic Central than I am. That's the deal. They've got it set up to where it's nearly impossible. Because if you have to, and that's the deal. Here in Texas, a single mom with a couple of kids, I mean, she's got to make less than 27 or something. No, yeah, 27. I mean, car payment, rent, utilities, food, 2 kids, your school supplies, um, all the things, wardrobe, all the things that life. Okay. 27 would be really hard. If there was two people doing 27, then all of a sudden, the rent and the utilities go way down. But that's not, you actually can't do that. That's something else. But anyway, unless you're an illegal, and then it doesn't matter how many people are in that house. So anyway, yeah, you got to get on it, and then you don't ever try to make over 27. If you make over 27, they take benefits away, and it's the benefits they take away are more than the increase in your income. Let's say you're making $27,000 and you get $10,000 a year in benefits. It's an easy number to work with. But now all of a sudden you're making $37,000 a year for three people. That's not going to be easy, but you can do it. You can have, an okay, especially after tax season comes around, you get your earned income credit, you go buy you a decent car. You can do it. Because earned income credit, that's another $10,000 a year if you do your taxes right. Don't lie, it's the truth. You didn't pay in $2,000 in taxes, you're getting $10,000 back. You just made $8,000 out of thin air. You're welcome. Anyways, you get a raise at your job, and you make in $30,000 instead of $27,000. Yeah, $3,000 increase in your income, and they do off of gross. They don't do it off of net. So they're like, oh, you're making this much. So they literally reduce your benefits by $4,000. Or at least $3,500. So you just lost $500 a year. And then you get another raise. And then finally, after 5, 6, 7 years of working your ass off, you get to the point where you can get off of the benefits, but you're literally living in exactly the same place that you were when you got off, but your money is now worth less, and you're actually living worse because now you've got to go find a piece of property to live in, because now that you're no longer on government assistance, you can't live in the well-maintained government housing complex. That's the way it's set up now. It needs to be fixed, and the Democrats aren't going to fix it. They're just going to raise taxes more and more and more and put more and more benefits available out there to lock more and more people into it, because it doesn't cost them anything to do this. The money for this crap comes from us. It's and the big corporations that are sending their money overseas, they're investing in Mexico, South America, Africa, freaking Canada, for crying out loud, the Middle East, China, Thailand, everywhere but here, because they're not getting taxed on their investments over there. The governments and stuff over there are just happy that they're working people, which that's weird. That makes sense to me. What happened? What did Savage do? By the way, I had a baby boy. He was born on my birthday. How long were you pregnant, Savage? I'm just joking. How many does that make? Like 8 or 10 or 12? Did you name him Wes? So it was a boy, right? You're just a single grown ass woman, though, right, Carol? Tell your boy to go out and get 2 or 3 baby mamas, and then steal the kids and bring them to you. Then you can have the baby mama money, maybe. I don't know. Fletcher is so hard to spell. Wesley is so much easier. It's like Wesley. It's easy. Now he's going to be stuck trying to figure out how do you make the FL sound? Fletcher. No, it's cool name. Congratulations, Savage. There's like, there was no Wesleys when I was growing up, and now they're all over the place. I'm like, damn it. Yeah, honestly, I'm hoping to get my hands on a tractor. I've been looking. Can't make up my mind if I want to hold out for a little John Deere, if I want to just go out and get one of the Fords. I want to get a diesel, though. I don't want a gas. I mean, I'll take a gas tractor if I have to, gas or propane, but honestly, if I got a diesel tractor, even a little one, if I get a small diesel tractor, um, you can take slop and turn it into diesel. It's easy. You feed the pigs, you butcher the pigs, you cook it down, you heat it up, and it'll run your tractor. I ain't want to do no 500 acres. Um, well, C103 will congratulate you about the baby, but he won't talk to none of the rest of us. Mark, he said thanks and get your butt back under that tractor and get her done. Carol, I was thinking about you. There's actually a really nice conversion van for sale here. I don't know how much they want for it. It's not new, but it's clean. It's got I think, I haven't looked in it, but I think it's the one that's got the bed in the very back. It's got the chair conditioners, it's got the raised topper, the bed in the back, and then the 4 captain's chairs with the small TV. It's old school Rassle Castle, but you could work with that. Did y'all hear that? C-130 is wasting fuel. He's just running out on the ground. He says that. And to all the people on here that I sent that meme about the rice cooker to, I am apologizing publicly for that. Even though it was funny as crap. I think if anybody wants to do dishes, I got a sink of them over here. I need to get off here and I need to get up and do dishes. Chasing around with flat tires and stuff today. I got one on my truck now. I got the ones fixed on my daughter's car. Now I gotta go fix mine. I just wondered if anybody knew anything about the nuclear war that was headed our way. I saw ballistic missiles in the news, and I had to look at that real hard and like, wait, what? And it wasn't like, I mean, basically Scud missiles on steroids is what Iran has. They don't have it. The diesel snot, Mark, that I don't know, it's like it looks like a clear booger or something. I don't know how to explain it. You gotta let a tractor set a while for something set for a while with that. I don't know if it does it in the green diesel. I know it does it in the red diesel. That's something good too, A-Laws. There are no good to it. There can't be laws concerning the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment plainly and clearly states that there can be no legislation restricting gun ownership. You can buy them, you can keep them, you can carry them around, you can freaking use them. Keep and bear. That doesn't mean you have to be able to carry it either. That whole thing that you can't have a 50 caliber machine gun that would ordinarily mount on a fighter plane because you can't actually carry it around. I can mount that sucker on my truck. I can bear it. I don't have to bear it on my shoulders. You don't have to bear it on your shoulders. Any law governing the ownership of gun and Wyatt Earp, I hate that son of a bitch. He was a gun grabbing anti-2A piece of crap. He was not an American hero. He was not an icon of the great American West. He was a dadgum commie Democrat, gun grabbing piece of crap. That's what he was. Yeah. That's what it was. He didn't want to have to arrest somebody that might not like the being arrested for winning at a card game that Wyatt Earp happened to have a stake in and stuff. It's, Wyatt Earp was no hero. Sorry. He's a dog. But anyway. All right, says Dad. Hey, Alicia. Are you home? Or are you still driving around the countryside taking pictures of sickening high altitude, looking over the edge of stupid crap videos? I was trying to watch all those, and you kept looking over the edge of stuff. What's wrong with you? You're not the only one that does that. I am so sickened by heights that I see it on YouTube or Instagram, and I lose it. People have no idea how big an act of bravery it was for me to ride up the side of those mountains in the Davies. I'm poopless scared of heights. I can't understand it. Yeah. Oil and gas, flammable hydrocarbon, or the flammable carbons like diesel, gasoline, propane, methane. They're all basically bacteria shit. You can produce coal in just a few hundred years without machinery. The longer it's underground, the better it gets. But it is converted, the buried biomass is converted into flammable or condensed flammable carbon based molecules rather quickly. Anyhow, it's been an hour, and I'm sorry, because some of y'all just got here and stuff. But I really do. I got things I need to do before the missus gets home. Started. I hatched out more chickens, so now I have to tend to them right now. She's not the one with the chicken problem anymore. It's me. It's me. So, anyways, make sure you got your, what is it, the iodine stuff or whatever. Because I got a sneaky feeling, and I'm if I thought did do any good to circulate a petition saying that I think Israel should be able to use nuclear weapons against Iran, and got it sent up to Washington, so we would have to stand behind them if they did it. If I thought that would do any good, I would. But I do. I mean, it's not Lebanon that's the problem for Israel. It wasn't the Gaza Strip that was the problem for Israel. And that's where make that's where the fleas and ticks and scorpions and stuff were coming from. But the actual problem was that dog over there in the middle of Iraq or Iran. Need to do something with that dog. And, yeah, we should have done something with it in the 80s. I can't believe that guy's still in charge. He's 40 years. He's been screwing things up all over the world for 40 years, and we haven't done anything about it. That's enough. Anyway. It was good to see you in here too. And y'all all have a great day. Tell Fletcher I said I'm sorry that his name wasn't Wes and that he will just have to work through it. Okay? And he can still be somebody even with a name like that. So anyway. You're welcome, Mark. Anyway, I thank all you for showing up, and I really didn't expect anybody to be here. Y'all stay alive, don't die. I've got another little video somewhere I'm going to put up either on here or Instagram. So, yeah. God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive, don't die. I'll try to do another one of these only in the evening sometime. I get busy though. Love y'all.